Okay, so picture this, a hotel pantry that actually knows what you need before you even do. A storeroom that can predict what your guests will want with, like, scary accuracy. And no, this isn't science fiction. It's the future of hospitality logistics, and it's all powered by predictive AI. Hello and welcome. I'm an AI expert specializing in the hotel industry, and I am so excited to be here with you. To all the students of the Europe Hotel School, you are the next generation of leaders in this business. So what we're talking about today is absolutely crucial. We're going to dive into how data is completely changing one of the most basic parts of any hotel, the pantry. It's a total game changer, believe me, for both sustainability and the bottom line. So let's jump right in. For decades, managing a hotel pantry was, well, basically a guessing game. Just imagine the classic picture, right? A chef with a clipboard, just kind of going on experience and gut instinct to place orders. And while that's the traditional way, it was also incredibly wasteful. It meant kitchens were constantly overstocked on some things, running out of others, and that led to spoiled food, crazy high costs, and a pretty big environmental footprint. Let's really break down the difference here. The old way? It was all gut feeling, totally reactive. It ran on a just-in-case philosophy, which, of course, led to a ton of spoilage. Now, the new way? It's a complete transformation. It's driven by data. It's predictive. This lets us make precision orders that slash waste. The key thing to remember is this massive shift from just reacting to yesterday's numbers to intelligently predicting tomorrow's needs. So, you're probably wondering, what's the engine driving this huge change from guesswork to precision? Well, the solution isn't just buying some fancy new software. It's a whole new approach, a new way of thinking, called predictive science. And this is where artificial intelligence becomes, without a doubt, one of the most powerful tools a modern hotelier can have. So predictive science is really the heart of this new era. Basically, it's using AI to analyze this giant web of data points that are all connected. I'm talking everything from the local weather forecast and flight schedules to what's trending on social media and what holidays are coming up. By figuring out how all these things are related, AI can predict a hotel's needs with, it's like surgical precision. It ensures you have exactly what you need right when you need it. Now look, this is not just some theory or a concept for the future. This science is already being used right now through some really powerful, specialized platforms that are changing how hotels operate today. So let's pop the hood and look at 3 amazing examples that are absolutely revolutionizing resource management. First up, we've got Bluecard. I want you to think of it like a weather forecast, but for your pantry. It digs into all your past data to understand the velocity of every single ingredient. How fast it gets used up. It's smart enough to know that, say, a rainy Tuesday might mean fewer people ordering salads, but way more people ordering comfort food. It predicts what you'll need before you even think about ordering it. And the benefits here, they are immediate. You can feel them right away. By predicting which dishes are going to be popular, Bluecart helps a kitchen slash its extra stock and all the spoilage that comes with it. Now, this doesn't just save a bunch of money, it also frees up valuable storage space. And maybe most importantly, it guarantees that every ingredient you serve is at its absolute best, its peak of freshness. Okay, so now let's zoom out a little bit. While Bluecard is mastering the kitchen, there's another platform called Lynx that takes a bird's eye view of the entire hotel. Let's be honest, for a modern hotel, the supply chain is this incredibly complex web of vendors and logistics. Lynx applies AI to that entire system, analyzing everything from how reliable your suppliers are to the demand across every single department. You can think of Lynx as this intelligent shield for your entire operation. And the coolest part is that it learns from every single purchase you make, so it gets smarter and smarter with every delivery. This helps prevent those product shortages. That awful moment you have to tell a guest you're out of something. It stops that from happening while also cutting down on waste. It just brings a whole new level of confidence and strategy to your supply chain. And finally, let's talk about what is probably the toughest challenge in any kitchen: perishables, the fresh stuff. Well, a platform called Zebra Medical tackles this problem head-on. It's a really smart AI system built to track the specific shelf life of every single fresh ingredient, from your most expensive cut of Wagyu beef all the way down to the herbs you use for garnish. The impact here is just huge. Zebra doesn't just sit there and log your inventory. No, it actively recommends orders based on real-time spoilage risks. This gives a chef the power to make purchasing decisions based on the living, breathing reality of their stockroom, not some outdated checklist.
It drastically cuts waste on those high-value items and keeps the kitchen running at peak performance, both financially and culinarily.
So let's put this all together for a second. What does it all mean? You have Blue Card mastering how fast your ingredients move. You have Lynx optimizing the entire supply chain. And you have Zebra protecting your most valuable perishable food. You see, they're not just separate tools. Together, they create this complete, intelligent logistics system that truly transforms how a hotel functions from the inside out. When you get these platforms working together, what you're seeing is a fundamental shift in how this industry operates. And this goes way, way beyond just cutting a few costs. It represents a completely new philosophy for hospitality management. The old world was really defined by fear, wasn't it? It was a world of just-in-case ordering, stockpiling things because you were terrified of running out. Well, that entire world is being replaced by the clean, elegant efficiency of just-in-time precision, a world where data and foresight completely get rid of all that guesswork and waste. And the results? They're undeniable. The two biggest outcomes you see when you adopt these platforms are 1, a massive reduction in waste, and 2, a direct increase in profitability. One is a win for your operations, the other is a win for your finances, and they're both driven by smart, intelligent resource management. But today, this is about so much more than just the bottom line. We're in an era where sustainability is everything. Managing your resources responsibly has become a core part of business. It's a moral imperative. This technology allows hotels to operate with a much smaller environmental footprint. And that's something modern guests, and really everyone involved, now demand. And that brings us to what I think is the most important question of all, especially for you, the future leaders of our industry. With all of this amazing technology, what happens to the human element? Where do people fit in? It's the question that's on everybody's mind, right? Does all this technology mean an AI is going to replace the chef? Is an algorithm going to be the new host that greets you at the door? The answer is a clear, resounding no. The whole purpose of this technology is to let the machine handle the invisible, the complex, the often really stressful math of the business, the inventory counts, the supply chain logistics, the spoilage forecasts. So that the humans, the chefs, the managers, the hosts are freed from all those burdens. It liberates your time, your energy, your creativity, so you can do what people do best: create amazing food, design unforgettable experiences, and connect with guests on a truly human level. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? By letting technology handle all the behind-the-scenes logistics, the hotel of the future actually becomes a place that feels more human than ever, because its people are empowered, they're focused, and they're free to deliver truly exceptional hospitality. So the only question left is, are you ready to lead in that future?